Hi, friends. Last Sunday, our campaign for kindness focused on respect. We read the passage in Acts 17 where the Apostle Paul speaks to philosophers and the city council in Athens. There were countless shrines and idols in Athens, and as a strict monotheist, Paul was distressed not only by the number of false gods, but also by the seeming ineffectuality of the synagogue to promote monotheism and worship of the one true God. So Paul argues in the synagogue and in the marketplace. With shrines and temples on every corner, the people of Athens were constantly bringing sacrifices and offerings to gods and goddesses of all sorts. Paul says, "The God who made the world and everything in it, he who is Lord of heaven and earth, does not live in shrines made by human hands." Perhaps as he gestures towards the Parthenon standing majestically behind him. These are grand, beautiful structures, but they are not God. And bringing animal or grain sacrifices to satisfy the appetites of the gods, well, that may be a grand gesture, but the one true God doesn't need us to bring provisions to him. Rather, he provides everything we need to live. Paul says, "Nor is he served by human hands as though he needed anything, since he himself gives to all mortals life and breath and all things." And when it comes to idols made of gold or silver or stone, they may be imaginative and artistic, but they are not God. God is not like some inanimate object, no matter how beautiful. God is alive and active. God is like a parent who gives life and love to his children. Paul says, "From one ancestor, he made all peoples to inhabit the whole earth." Since we are God's offspring, we ought not to think of the deity like gold or silver or stone, an image formed by the art and imagination of mortals. All of these shrines, all of these idols are a sign of human ignorance, vaguely sensing the presence of divinity, but not really understanding who or how or why. Paul says, while God has overlooked this time of human ignorance, now he commands all people everywhere to repent, because he has fixed a day on which he will have the world judged in righteousness by a man whom he has appointed. And of this he has given assurance to all by raising him from the dead. To repent literally means to turn. It means to turn one's mind to understand in a new way, to turn one's heart to connect in a new way, to turn one's behavior to live in a new way. The new way into which Paul invites the Athenians and us is to recognize the relational nature of God as creator or parent, and the relational nature of humanity as God's children. And one path to that new way is respect. We respect God for who God is: holy, majestic, forgiving, loving, powerful, the Lord of heaven and earth. And we respect others for who they are: fellow human beings with hopes and dreams and faults and failures just like us. Respect for human dignity does not require approval or agreement. We can disapprove of someone's behavior. We can disagree with their position. We can oppose their policy and still respect their personhood. Respect is one way that we can turn our minds from hostility to cooperation, our hearts from fear to love, and our behavior from polarizing to peaceful. Thanks for listening. I'll see you again next week.